What to do in Delaware. The state's tourist attractions are not all history and culture. You can find plenty of things to do year-round. Some of the finest beaches on the Atlantic coast stretch almost the entire length of the Delaware coast, providing summer playgrounds for residents of Washington, D.C., Wilmington, and Philadelphia. Discover fun and interesting places to visit with our list of the top attractions in Delaware. Grand Opera House. The Grand Opera House in Wilmington is a restored 1871 Victorian theatre with a cast-iron facade. Over the years, the Grand has hosted Victorian melodramas, burlesque, vaudeville, variety shows, musical recitals, symphonies, and operas. This gem of a performing house seats 1,140 people comfortably with excellent sightlines. The Grand is the hot spot for culture and performances in town, with over 75 shows a year. Classical concerts and dance are the focus of today. The Grand Opera House is home to the Delaware Symphony, Opera Delaware, and First State Ballet Theatre. The Nanticoke Indian Museum. The Nanticoke Indian Museum, in Millsboro, is housed in a former one-room schoolhouse and is listed as a National Historic Landmark. A variety of native artifacts are displayed here, from pottery to arrowheads, spears, and textiles, with some items dating back to 8000 BC. Of particular note is a traditional wooden canoe. The museum offers a fine overview and is a great place to learn about the heritage of the Nanticoke tribe. John Dickinson Plantation. John Dickinson was known as the penman of the American Revolution, and he was attributed with drafting the Articles of Confederation in 1778. His 1740s brick house, outbuildings, and slave-tenant house in Dover are part of the farm complex. The farm makes for an educational family outing, with costumed interpreters roaming about the property performing duties that would have been commonplace in the 16th century. One of the most interesting buildings to visit is the granary. Here, 6 intact historical machines, an inclined plane, a wedge, a screw, a pulley, a lever, and a wheel and axle, are explained in great detail. In the Welcome Center, the life and times of 5 residents of the plantation are chronicled on display panels and provide excellent insight into what life would have been like back then. Address: 340 Kitshummock Road, Dover, Delaware. Hagley Museum and Library. The Hagley Museum and Library in Wilmington encompasses the site of the original DuPont gunpowder mills, as well as an estate and gardens. The first DuPont family home, Lutheran Mills, built by E.I. DuPont in 1803, sits overlooking the restored French-style garden also created by E.I. DuPont. 5 generations of DuPont lived in the Georgian-style home, and their family business grew around them. In the visitor center, and the library, if you're interested in further research, you can learn how industry developed along the Brandywine River as the technology for using water power evolved. You can see a collection of vintage vehicles in the barn, including a Conestoga wagon that was used to transport black powder to the port of Wilmington. In the Science and Discovery Center, you can try on a space suit and learn about the DuPont materials that went into making it. Address: 200 Hagley Road, Wilmington, Delaware. Rehoboth and Delaware beaches. Stretching much of the length of Delaware's 28 miles of Atlantic coastline are white sand beaches, and they are extremely popular with residents of the three major cities within weekend reach. The major resort is Rehoboth Beach, consistently listed among the country's top beaches for its laid-back atmosphere, boutiques, restaurants, and wide stretch of white sand. To the south is action-packed Dewey Beach, then the Delaware Seashore State Park, with water access on the ocean side and the bay side of a long barrier island, then the family-friendly Bethany Beach and Finnick Island. North of Rehoboth is Cape Henlopen State Park and the charmingly old-fashioned Lewis. There's a beach for every taste. One of the most popular attractions at Rehoboth Beach is Funland, a local institution since 1962. The amusement park is perfect for families with its rides of varying scariness, suitable for children of all ages, and a midway with games. If you liked this video, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel.